My name is Nichole. Nichole Waligóra is my full name. I am from Queens, New York. I am a singer. I'm a soprano, and currently I am studying at the Eastman School of Music at the University of Rochester. The reason why I wanted to take some courses with Lorraine is because she has had quite a reputation from her students here in France or in New York. She's a very popular teacher, and I wanted to get the chance to work with her. I know she studied in France when she was younger, but it seems like this program has been going on for a while. And also, I'm a huge fan of France and the culture around here, so getting to visit has been a lot of fun too. So a lot of what we do is some like private lessons with Lorraine and with the coaches as well. And a lot of these lessons, the whole group, like the whole class gets to watch and be present for these classes. So we can really learn from one another, we can be there to support one another and hear each other's progress over time, which has been very nice. It's to listen to one person sing one day and then in 1 week they make such a big improvement, it's really wonderful to see that. So we work with Lorraine more on like the technical part of singing. We work with some of the coaches on the music, the story, the artistry, etc. And then some of the coaches also do their own like group classes. So some of them talk about like just French melody. We had one unit on that, or some classic Mozart style arias and how to sing those, how to sing recitative, how to sing German lied. It's a very focused lecture on these topics. And honestly, being from someone who's in college now, I can say these lectures are maybe even better than some of the ones that I've seen in college. So we do a lot of solo singing. We're getting prepared for our concert tomorrow. And we are also doing some scenes too, so some duets, some trios, lots of partnerships there. And from musical theater to very opera style arias and duets, we are having like a nice range of music to sing, so it's very cool. Different languages, French and English primarily for the audience, but really whatever we sound best in is what we will be singing. First time on stage, no. But yeah, it's my first time on a stage in Nice, in France. And I think this will be like in the monastery or in a more unusual stage, not a concert hall stage. So this will be a very cool experience for everybody, I think. Being able to meet Lorraine and work with her, number one, that was kind of my primary reason, and I'm happy that I can actually work with her long enough here to make like a nice relationship and contact with her. It's much different if I were to email her in New York and say, oh, I would like a lesson, can you meet me? You know, she doesn't really know me, but here in this program, I'm able to establish like a relationship with her. She's able to hear my voice, to hear how I'm progressing, to listen to my work, and then she's able to make a better judgment on my singing style. But also with all of the, the team of coaches that she has, from the movement and acting coaches to specifically like, having coaches work on French melody or having coaches work on Italian and arias mainly. Like, it's a really nice way to focus on the repertoire that you want to sing and work on. And then after this program, I know I will be able to reach out to them and ask them for any help or advice that they have for me. And also, I am looking into graduate schools now, so master's programs and degrees, And these coaches and professors here are very open to sharing their experiences, which schools they think are good here in Europe. And so it's been very helpful for that part of things too. Oh, definitely Lorraine has found a way to really open up my voice, to let me be more free. I kind of like to sort of listen to myself while I'm singing and make sure that everything is good. But Lorraine has really tried to make me let go of that, just to make it more organic, make it more natural, let me sing how my body knows how to sing. She is giving me the space to trust myself, to say that, okay, I did the work already, now it's time to sing, you know? So I don't have to be super stressed all the time. My voice will do the work for me. So she's been very helpful in letting me trust myself more too.
Can I ask for a short example?
Oh!
Before and now?
Maybe I'll sing something in French.
Yeah. Good.
One song I've been working on is Les Berceaux.
Yeah.
It's a little bit sad, but it's a very beautiful piece, I think. And something that hopefully you'll be able to hear it, but something that she's been working on is really letting my sound be the full sound that it can be. So really letting go. And how I used to sing was very, almost like targeted. It had a direction. It was very focused. And now she wants me to open it up. So I can do like before and after kind of. So this is before.
Yeah.
Like one part before, and I guess I'll do the same phrase after.
Yeah.
Le long du quai, les grands vaisseaux, que la houle incline en silence.
Yeah.
So really sort of letting my air go. Open my mouth more.
Yeah.
She says I kind of stay a little bit small and quiet, and just really sort of trying to let the air go.
Yeah. And you know what? It sounds more French.
Yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
That's
very.
so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. Do you remember when you decide to sing?
It's kind of a long story, but I had my first music class, classical music class in elementary school. And that's when I loved music. That's when I learned that I really liked music in general, and I was like, this is so cool. But there was no like singing lessons. It was more like piano or just listening to music, but we were like very young, like 7 years old, so nothing too crazy. Then I also really started singing at church. I go to church every week, and because of that, each Sunday Mass we would have a little church choir of the kids, and they would sing, but I was very, very shy. And my teacher, the one who was organizing the whole choir, she said, Nichole, like, you know all of the songs, you have a really loud voice, like sing, sing, sing the solo, sing. And I was like, oh, no, no, no. And also being in New York, you know, you have Broadway around, and so I really liked the shows and everything, but I still didn't know what classical opera singing was. And it wasn't until I got to high school. I went to LaGuardia High School in New York, and it's a performing arts high school, so they teach you all of the different things. You can go for music, you can go for painting, you can go for drama, acting. And so I signed up to go for voice, and I got in, and that's where I learned what opera and classical singing was. Yeah, so since high school, which is pretty late for most singers and most musicians in general, but since high school, that's really when I started to learn about classical singing and started working on it, and I haven't looked back since then.
And do you remember the first time you were on stage?
First time I was on stage was in a choir concert, big choral concert, maybe like somewhere between maybe 60 to 80 or maybe 100 people. But it was at LaGuardia, and it was our first concert, and that stage, the whole hall is for 3,000 people. So it was a very big stage. We were like, oh my goodness, when we walked out on stage. And the choir director, he said, take it in, soak this moment in, because this is your first time singing on this stage with these people. So really, it's very exciting. You have the adrenaline, but also take a breath and like take it all in, like cherish it, because you will remember this forever. And so I still do.
In your family, maybe someone play instruments or singer?
Yeah,
no.
nobody in my family. Yes. Yeah, my family. My parents are both immigrants. My father is from Poland and my mother is from Peru. And they met in New York, in Manhattan, at an English-speaking school. So thanks to them, I speak Polish and Spanish to be able to talk with my family.
We thought you were from Puerto Rico or something like that.
I look like it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so.
But it's Peru.
Yes, Peru, not Puerto Rico.
South, north.
Close to Lima, close to the capital.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they just kind of came to New York, you know, started their own lives there.
Yeah.
Not with music related at all, but they are very supportive of
Nothing
me.
in art?
Nothing in art. No. My father, he runs a Polish-American like food shop, deli.
Oh.
So when I was maybe around 10, 11, I started working there.
Yeah.
And it was a very scary experience, but I think it definitely
Why?
helped. Well, just, you know, it's just a lot to do, a lot to learn, and you had to be very quick.
Yeah.
So it taught me to really be like strong and confident. Say, okay, here's what I need to do. There was no room for shyness. If you're talking to a client, it needs to be like very clear.
Yeah.
And obviously you need to learn
cash.
how to do everything.
Yeah.
Yes, cash and it was like almost like a delicatessen shop. So if they wanted like a sandwich, I had to slice the cold cuts. We also made our own hot food, Polish food. So I would have to serve the hot food. And I remember at 10, 11 years old, I was like, the soup bowl is so hot, like it's hard to slice the meats too. But at the end, I learned all of the names of all the cheeses, all of the hams, everything. And it was a good experience for sure.
Of course, because you worked.
Yes. My first day though that I went, because we'd also deliver our hot food to other Polish stores that don't have kitchens. And so we deliver like pierogi mainly, which is like little dumpling from Poland. And one day I was delivering with my dad and he said, okay, I will take this box to the store, you take the next one. And it's a box that's like really long, 60 pierogi inside. I take it out of the van and only from the front part, so all of them go to the end
inside
and everything falls over in the sidewalk actually. I was taking them out and they all fell down. So that was good learning experience for me.
You remember.
Yes, for sure. But that experience I carry with me even with in my singing, because I was trying so hard to just be the best worker, to do everything correctly.
Of course.
And it doesn't really work that way. You know, you need to have the experience and you need to go through that experience, go through the whole process in order to end up where you want to end up. So now I can work very comfortably in the store because of the mistakes I kept making in the very beginning. And so now I just know that, you know, mistakes are good, mistakes are okay, even in my singing. It's just a matter of, okay, here's a mistake, here's what I will do to work on, to fix it, and hopefully that will get me to my result. I don't have to try to be good since the beginning. And I think even Lorraine kind of teaches in the same way. She listens to us, she says, oh, I don't know about this, or this could be a little bit better, let's work on this. And it's nothing bad, you know, it's like, okay, this just needs to be worked on. And then we work on it and it's amazing and it's so cool.
So maybe you can talk about your experience here in Nice and at the conservatory. This is a reason why we come inside. How do you find the place in general, and maybe you found something special somewhere, I don't know.
Yeah, no, the experience here has been great so far. The place is lovely, really nice space to work in. Practice rooms are very big, very good acoustics in there, AC, which is always nice. And I think one of the best things about the program I've experienced, aside from the faculty and the teachers, etc., that I get to work with, and they're the reason why I came, are also the people. Like the other students in the program, we have all become so close in such a short period of time, and it's all because we understand each other. You know, we know why we're here. We all love what we do. We want to become better singers. We love working with Lorraine.
You have different ages, different...
Yes, exactly. Different
backgrounds.
ages, different groups of people.
Yeah.
I've grown closer with some of the people who are just starting college, and I'm just about to end college. So that's like a small gap, but even there are other people who are much younger, 13 years old, or much older to like 30 years old, and there's a space for everybody here. Everyone can feel like they have something to work on, but also that they are on their own journey. You don't have to like compare yourself to, oh, she's much better because, or she's this. It's like everyone is just on their path, working with Lorraine and the other coaches, Dario, Jean, and Benedict, and we are all just focused on how can we make more beautiful music, you know? And you know, having the lunchtime every day with the same group of people, you really are, you get a chance to not only work together but to relax together, and you know, going outside in Old Nice and the beaches and sort of experiencing Nice as a group of people is number one, it feels much safer, but it's also a lot more fun. And so we've had many good nights here, and it's been wonderful.
And you told me just before, this is your first time in France, in Nice, of course, and you discovered the city. Can you talk about it?
Absolutely. You know, we even had one French person in the program. I think he was from Paris. But he knew his way around Nice, and he kind of like took a lot of us out to see some good restaurants, or go for good ice cream and walk along the beach shore during the sunset. Like, it's so beautiful here, and all of us are just, you know, in awe of the buildings and the streets. Everything is so like old-fashioned, but it's so beautiful. The buildings have balconies. I would love to have a balcony in my building. Yes, I come from New York, and so it's a very busy life over there. People are very go. The tall buildings, everything is like metal and glass.
Business.
Yes, but here it's like we can do business. We can focus on what we need to do, but we also have the time
at the same time.
Exactly. We also have the time to relax, to go to the beach, to have a good ice cream, just to sit down, take a break. We walk outside over here on the terrace of the conservatory, and it's like, wow, different worlds. So we get to really have the best of both worlds. And even walking outside in the morning on the way to the conservatory to take the bus, etc., it's very picturesque, very scenic, you know. You can see the beach, you can see the beautiful buildings, you see even the people. They're just completely different lifestyle here. It seems like the city also really encourages youth and younger people to see the shows. I keep seeing the advertisements for like, oh, jeunesse. So it's been a really great time, and I think everyone is finding what makes this program special to themselves. You know, everyone has their own reason why they're here, and everyone is really working and growing on themselves, and they're singing, and it's just a great experience.
Did you hear about the academy before?
I heard about the academy when I was in high school, actually.
Of course.
I think it's quite popular for high school students to come here too. And I know Lorraine brings the students that she works with from high school to here. But I waited so long to do this program because I had to wait until I was financially able to be a part of it. But now that I am, I'm so happy that I made the decision to come here.
And now you want to live in Nice.
Yes.
I guess.
Yes, I'm eating crepes and croissants every day, and it's a good time.
We eat crepe every time.
I love crepes too, so it's just perfect for me.
Nichole, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything you said.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.